your son Brent.
Yes.
When he talked to me about his involvement with Tomorrow's Trust, with his book and what y'all
Sure.
done there.
So Brent was very much part of everything that I did when he was growing up. He saw the philanthropy, he met all the people, whether it be Nelson Mandela or Nkosinathi Biko or Holocaust survivors or apartheid activists. So that was his natural space. And so when he was growing up, he was very aware of how he wanted to make an impact in the world. He also didn't fit into the schooling system. He hated it. It wasn't inspirational for him. By the age of 13, he had his advanced Reiki, which is unheard of. And so after school, he went and...
just talk a little,
Yes.
because I'm pretty sure most of the folks listening don't understand what Reiki is.
So although we were in a very medical family, but we also did alternative. So homeopathy, Reiki is a Japanese energy work, as well as body talk or yoga. And so the kids were brought up with that, knowing that greatly. And he thought it was so profound that they made an exception for this 13-year-old little boy, and they let him do his advanced Reiki.
Wow.
So after school, he's super, super bright, went into engineering, and in second year just hated it. It wasn't aligned to who he was. So he became a triple Reiki master, he became a body talk practitioner, a yoga instructor from out of Bali, trained around the world. And the one thing he realized with his affluent clients and his orphan and vulnerable kids clients from Tomorrow Trust is that there was one common denominator, and he needed to shift that, and that was fear. That fear was paralyzing people from moving forward in their lives. And so he wrote Freeing Freddie, the Dreamweaver.
Okay.
And it's a very magical story, and he writes in layers. So you can read this to a 7-year-old, right through to grade 12, right into companies and corporates. I mean, we've workshopped BB&T using
Right.
it, or Price Waterhouse, or we've worked with them reading the story because it goes into layers. And what it does is that it looks at what is anxiety. Now, anxiety, we work with Derek Morgan from the Titans. He's an NFL player, and he says anxiety and fear is an epidemic in America. I mean, the suicide rate of children and young teenagers is astronomical here. And it's all because of fear and anxiety. But no one talks about it. No one deals with it. No one knows what to do with it. So we deal with all of that, and we teach proper skills and tools. And then we move into how do you live life with intention? How do you create a vision? How do you put actions towards that? What is your gift that you bring to the world? How do you work with everyone else to make the world a better place? So one thing I learned through this entire journey is that if you don't teach people skills of how to cope and live with daily life, they are never going to be happy. And they're never going to be able to deal with the challenges that we all faced. We faced every day with challenges. And that's all about going within. If you focus your whole life of being outside, working for the check at the end of the month, or the grades at the end of the school year, or, gee, what happens if I don't get into that college? Something's going to go wrong, because that's life. Life, every human being goes through challenges. It doesn't matter how beautiful, how wealthy, whoever you are. We all go through challenges. The trick to life is, what do you do about them? And how do you cope with them? And that's what we do now. And that's our business called Free the Mind Co. And that's the message that we now working very hard to try and help people.